It's me, Casualty CDG, or at least the painty sticks of Casualty CDG. You can see my painty sticks and my minis here in the background, and I picked a couple of board game miniatures to paint. One's like a dinosaur guy, and one's like a little scorpion guy. What do you have on your plate today, Jahan? Oh snap! Mm. So the reason I didn't do my bat creature is because when I primed too fast. Only the top is primed, so I actually have to flip him over and prime the under part of his wing, or else it's not going to hold any paint. It's mostly just gray plastic. So yeah, he needs a touch up. He sure does, and I'd forgotten he needed a touch up. No, no, it's no. I mean, if it is a big deal, I could always step outside and prime it, but it's My creatures are from Sword and Sorcery from the main box. These are just some of the NPC bad guys you might come across during your adventure. Um, I already painted on my Lord of the Rings Journeys to Middle Earth one. My wife and I, we both split the haul, and now we're diving into the Sword and Sorcery ones. Okay. Hell yeah. Um, the sprue. I know that you got your paints in, your army painter paints. Um, I left my paints in the other room, and I did this on purpose for you in the chat. Maybe just you. I don't know who's here yet, but what color scheme should I go with these guys? One is one is very Tyrannosaurus like. He's like carnivorous for sure, dinosaur with like double rows of spikes down his back, like a double mohawk. This guy, uh, yeah, he's like a real nasty boy. And so I'm looking forward to painting him. I was thinking maybe a red orange, but then I was like, oh, a blue green could be cool, or even, basically anything could be cool. That's why I didn't grab any. And the other one, yeah, I got a little scorpion guy. He's got big claws. He's got the classic scorpion tail. Um, it's actually like a little horseshoe scorpion tail. It's got a little bit of extra nasty on it. But I don't want to paint them black. Pretty much is like my one rule is I don't want to put all this hard work into my minis to just paint them completely black and hide them from myself. Yeah, yeah. Actually, there's nothing that I paint like solid black yet. I think eventually I'll get some Space Marines. Exactly. So it's not that black is off limits, but what other schemes do you think I should work with today? Mm-hmm. Mm, okay. What about like a red, white, and bone color, where the dinosaur's mostly red, then he has a little bit of white accents on him, and then we go with a yellowing bone for the protrusions on the back. Is that okay? All right. Um. Okay. Okay. So maybe yeah, it is. It's happened twice, but I already am over it. I'm over it because yesterday it was so upsetting that today I've decided not to be phased by it. All right, I'm gonna go grab some reds, some whites, some blacks, some bone colors, and then if I finish this guy in time, then I'll see what we want to do about the scorpion.
Oh, it's
Um,
hilarious. This whole time I've been muted. So hey, everybody, welcome. I'm Johanna. We're painting,
that's
but
great.
you've been unmuted, so they've been hearing half the conversation from a disembodied person.
That's okay. A white blue scheme on the scorpion. I kind of want to make him frost scorpion, but I'm not sold on that yet either.
Wow, this
Um,
light really. Oh, frost scorpion would be dope.
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like some solid blue on the claws and more of a white body with some blue highlight extremities.
See, if you wanted to get extra fancy with it, you could get some of that green stuff. You know what I'm talking about? That like modeling built-up stuff,
Yeah, I haven't
and
messed with green stuff.
you could make his tail more like diamond shaped and make it look like an icicle. That'd be
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Like like that character from League of Legends. Is it Scarven?
Skarner. Oh man, I'm super unoriginal. Look at me go.
No, man, it's not unoriginal. It's just take inspiration because you can make it frost and
Yeah,
just
okay.
take a little inspiration from here. All right, I'll be
Simpsons
right
did
back.
it, Gary. Simpsons did it.
Exactly.
Oh boy, this magnifying glass is pretty dope. But yeah, hi Lord Jesus Crust. Best name ever. Pretty good. I got my Army Painter paints. Army Painter. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna open them now. I haven't opened them yet. I wasn't like necessarily waiting. I just didn't have time. I haven't had time since they came in on Tuesday, I think. Oh, let me see what I got to work with here. Oh boy. Okay, okay. Let's see, we got a paint guide. Huh, you can dip. You can dip your minis in something. That's interesting. Okay, I'll look at this later. This is like an actual, like, help you paint kind of thing. Which I do need, but I don't need right now, you know. Let's see, what do we got? I got orange. Ash. Ooh. See, I like it when they kind of tell you contextually, like what it's supposed to be kind of thing. What up, dog? How's it going? So glad you can make it. Yeah, sorry for the late start. Internet problems. They're going to persist through the stream. But hey, fortunately, I'm not trying to tell a story tonight. So we're just going to be hanging out. Gary's getting paints right now. Ooh, there's a brush in here. Wasn't expecting that. Ooh, that's a real fine tip, too. That's a good brush. It's not bad. So I bought a few things. I bought this like water brush holder thing, pretty cool, about $10 at Michael's. I bought some paint trays. I got like 5 of these for like $2. I got this light magnifying glass, which I'm very excited for. I had something like this when I was in elementary school, junior high, when I started playing Warhammer. I feel like it was junior high, but might have been sooner. I don't know. I was very young. Got some pipettes. But yeah, I got all my Army Painter paints. I guess this one's empty, which is okay. That's fine. Oh, cool. They're all in like little trays, so you can like take them out like set at a time. All right, what am I gonna need? I need to start diagnosing. Warrior. Lots of spikes. Some lady boobs. I don't know. And then a cool splinter rifle there. Some plumage going on with like a mane of hair. I'm trying to think of what colors I should do her. So like one of the main Dark Eldar color schemes is like their armor's red and like their helmets are silver. They have a lot of silver on them. That's pretty cool. But you can do lots of different stuff with them. They're not quite so set in stone. There's a lot of the other ones. I got gunmetal. Okay, I'm gonna take out gunmetal. Put it in my little paint holder over there.
I have returned.
What up, dog?
What up, homie?
I'm just discussing with our viewers what colors I'm gonna do. Hi, baby.
I started with my my army paints.
No, you can. You should be able to hear me.
Let me go check the stream.
Maybe she was talking about earlier. I don't know. I was muted earlier, but I'm not muted anymore. I see my sound levels.
I can hear you, but we sound like we're in chipmunk mode on my side.
See, like that just
happens sometimes.
That's the internet, man. I'm so mad about it. It's upsetting that companies can offer a service and then like fuck you, and then like nothing happens to them. You know, like they're not going to give us a discount. You know, nothing. It's just, you know, fuck us.
It's just, it sucks that you have to be a real dick about it too. Like, I don't want to be a real dick. Just provide the service, man.
Exactly. I just want the service. I don't even want, you know.
I don't want money. I don't want the refund. I don't want anything except for what I paid for. And I don't want to have to be rude.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about going with the classic, like, metal color and red that a lot of the Dark Eldar have.
Okay.
What do you think?
You know, I don't know Dark Eldar as well as you do. I always thought they sort of had a dark blue and yellow color scheme, like
They can.
That's what I've envisioned, but that doesn't mean that it has to be right. Those are your Dark Eldar, and I'd hate to marry you to a scheme that you didn't want them to be.
How did they get away with this one? This is ultramarine blue.
Yeah.
Huh. I figured they wouldn't be allowed to do stuff like that.
I don't think anybody minds.
They're just like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's just sort of free promotion for the product, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe ultramarine can mean more than one thing. Oh, man, I'm just slapping this
like
red
John
on here.
Cena.
And it is beautiful.
Yeah, I'm going to grab all my reds out. I think I'm going to go with this red silver. Although blue yellow sounds sick, though.
I wouldn't recommend painting with metallics as your main color.
Yeah.
Use the metallics for like your edges and stuff to make something look like it's metal, because if you paint your whole thing with the metallic, it's just not.
Oh. I'm starting to think maybe. Because, like, before you said it, I was kind of thinking maybe blue. Blue and yellow, because I like that color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then you said it, and I'm like, you know, maybe.
Maybe, right? Maybe now's the time to test it out. See how you like it.
Yeah. Let's see. Alright, I got blue, light blue, dark blue. Oh, gotta take this one out just because it's called Necromancer's Cloak.
Yeah, that's one of the dark, like, sort of almost off black colors, right?
Yeah, I think it's black.
Mm-hmm. Dark gray. That's a good one.
You said there were supposed to be, like, metal balls in here?
Yeah, there should be some metal ball bearings in maybe the very, very bottom of that pack, of that kit.
Nah, I don't see any.
Dang! Yeah, mine definitely came with, I got the Army Painter big box.
Is orc blood purple?
Yeah, it's like a purpley color. Yeah, it sure is. And that's the color that you use, that I use for, like, around the eyes, the lips, the tips of the ears.
Mm.
So it's not necessarily what I would use.
Dark tone, strong tone, or soft tone? Probably dark tone.
Yes, probably dark tone.
Okay.
And that'll be your last step, too.
Yeah.
Just to slap the wash on there.
Alright, I got out some paints I think are going to be dope. I'll set the rest of them aside. I'll put these in this little holder that. See, I'm upset that the print didn't turn out all the way because it works great.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but print failed like halfway through, so. The
Yeah,
first.
here's my work so far. I got this whole side red, and then the tail also has a kind of a spikes on the bottom, spikes on the top situation. So I did the in between of the tail red.
See. You know. But yeah, I guess I'll get started here.
It's that dude. I love chipmunk mode. I do too, man.
Is that bad?
I don't know if it's still going. I think he was just responding to me saying I had chipmunk mode earlier.
Yeah, that's annoying, man. Cause like this has become like one. This is like one of our better streams. I feel like people like this one a lot.
I like this one.
I like it too, and like I just wish. Oh man, I didn't pull out Ultramarine. I need my copyright infringement. Yeah, there's like a lot more blues I didn't pull out. Holy crap! Crystal blue is actually even better. So do I want to start with my darks or my lights?
I would say on it, yeah. I mean, probably your darks, but also I like to block out the biggest sections first. Is my thing. Like I know I want this main skin tone to be red, so everywhere where there's the skin tone, I'm just painting red first right out the gate. Just a huge blotch of red all over the place. And I read something funny this week on one of the miniature subreddits because I've definitely had this before, where every miniature has an ugly phase, and you will hit that phase where you look at it and you're like, "Damn, did I screw this up? Is it just ugly?" But that's just before you're doing your final touches, you're outlining in second colors. So I'm doing all my red first, rushing to an ugly phase.
I've been watching like a lot of art stuff lately. Yeah, they all go through oh man, I fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really funny. There's always like, I don't think this is gonna look the way I want it to, and then about 10 minutes later, it comes together. So first and foremost for me, giant sections of bright, what is this, pure red from Army Painter.
So the issue, Jenny says that it's only on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook are fine, which is really interesting.
It is interesting.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with one of my bigger brushes. Got this little rack now. I got my little zoom scope. Here,
I like painting board game minis, but they're just there's something about Warhammer miniatures. They're so detailed this day and age. They're crazy. They're so fun to paint.
Yeah.
It's like as I'm painting this board game one, and like I see these mold lines along the neck and tail and stuff, and it's like, I just take that for granted. In Games Workshop, a lot of their stuff is not to say it doesn't have mold lines, but it's just different. It's just very well molded.
Well, yeah, board game minis are built different.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man, this paint that I'm using seems really thin.
Good.
Well, like really thin.
Did you thin it also?
Yeah.
Maybe you thinned it a little too much.
Yeah, maybe.
Just give yourself just one little square to paint, a couple little drops, little 2 drops.
You have a lot more control with the pipettes and the Army Painter shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you got yourself a little. Look at that, man! Heck yeah, just super red all the time, red for days. I'm the dinosaur. I'm the red.
That's turning out good real fast.
This guy or yours?
Yours.
Thanks.
It looks
That
good.
red, man.
It's
This
a good red.
the it is. It really is a
It's
good red.
exactly what I was
It took
thinking
me
when I said Carnage.
it took me way too long to find a good red. I went on an adventure to find a good red because I paint so many orcs. I wanted a good red. I wanted them all to have a good red, and I ended up finding this army painter pure red is great. And there's also some expensive acrylic brand that's meant for real painters, not miniature painters. That's very good. It's almost the exact same pigment though, which I think is funny.
Reds never look like how you think they're gonna. I don't know. It's weird.
Some reds have a cancer warning on the back.
Yeah, that just means they're made in California.
I don't think that's true.
Fucking in California, man, they have to put cancer warnings on everything.
No, there's something about red pigments.
Yeah, there might
There
be.
you
Yeah.
go.
I mean, red 5, I can't have it. Hurts my stomach. So my paint's doing something weird.
Okay, talk about it.
It's like foamy.
Your paint is like foamy. Did you shake it before you? Oh, oh, it's because you got a bunch of air in it when you mixed it up. Add a little bit more paint to your paint water mix for sure.
Man,
Like maybe like 1/3. Give it a big glob. Yeah, that paint can get foamy like that if there's too much water or if you mix it too hard and you aerate it a little bit.
yeah, see, that's much better already. I added some, but I guess I didn't add enough. Yeah, see, now it looks like paint. Before it was like blue water. It was weird.
I totally forgot that paint. Oh man, I'm loving that sand Necron look, and I got more Necrons that I need to paint now, like in the sand scheme. I cannot wait. Paint his little Billy goat beard. Yes. Tickle his little throat. Tickle his little neck.
Man, we're gonna try. We're gonna try just like going straight paint here for a second. See if it's still doing the same thing. Maybe it's my brush. Maybe my brush is shitty. This is one of my cheaper brushes.
It may also have some weird chemical agent on it from, the warehouse. Chemical agent. That's a good name for a bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe my mini's just too wet or something. I don't know. Like everything I put on is just sort of sliding off.
Yeah, just give it a second to dry, maybe. Maybe. Oh, also your brush. Are you dabbing off your brush and dry brushing on?
Yeah.
Maybe your brush is just wet.
Maybe I'll try a different brush. Maybe it's a humid day or something. I don't know. It is a brand new brush, completely dry.
Dry as a bone.
This is one of the ones I bought from Army Paint. I don't think it's an Army Paint or brush, but they were selling it.
Oh, neat.
The other one was like a brush that came with like a cheap Target acrylic set. That's what I was paying for
Nothing
last
wrong.
time.
Nothing wrong with cheap brushes, man.
Yeah.
Because you're just gonna beat your brush to crap anyways. Just find a brush with a tip that you like and know that you're gonna sacrifice it to the paint gods.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're still in chipmunk mode, so I'm listening to us in the background and I hear, "There's nothing wrong with cheap brushes, man."
If you want to hear us speak normally, go check out YouTube and Facebook. Apparently, we're fine there.
Nice.
Doesn't make any sense.
All right. I do think I have the red on that I need. I think I've got the amount on that I need. Um, I might start doing some other colors now. And I
Yeah.
did dry brush the whole thing just real fast, pure red all over. In fact, I may have overdone it, even, dare I say.
No, it looks good. From here, it looks good. He looks kind of like Diablo.
It'll probably get cleaned up, you're right, when I do a wash, because there's some muscle definition in here in the shoulders and stuff. There's like some spots in between the arms and behind the neck, like muscles and scales and things that I think will look better once I get some wash down in the cracks. You gotta wash that crack, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, you gotta watch that, Craig.
You gotta wash your crack. Can't just be running around with the crack like that. All right, next big thing I'm gonna do. He's got this double layer row of spikes that runs all the way down his head, all the way to his tail. It's a huge feature. It's on top. It's big. Um, we want it to look like nasty yellowing bone. I think that's what we decided. So we've got mummy robe for our white. We've got demonic yellow. We've got banshee brown. I'm gonna make these colors make nasty teeth. Um, when you're doing nasty teeth, it's the bottom of the tooth that's like brown and yellow, right? The top is white.
Yeah,
Okay.
it goes from brown to yellowish and then to like parchment.
Let's with start with a yellow. Let's do that. And I might add a dab of brown to this yellow also.
Yeah, it's not bad, man.
This is going to be demonic yellow. And 1 drop of oak brown. Bloop. We'll make 1 drop into 2. I'll survive. Couple drips of water. 2, 3, 4, 5 from the eyedropper. 6 for good luck. Yo, this color. This looks like gold went wrong.
It's kind of what you want.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Look at this. Look at this baby puke. It almost just blends in with the cardboard. It's such a nasty color. It looks like it just smeared diarrhea on the back of the cardboard. That is not good. That's
See, if
not
you're
good
gonna
at
do
all.
that, like we need to change our streaming format because like people will pay money for that.
Oh man, we could paint miniatures with our own feces. I bet there's no one out there doing that right now.
I don't know, man. You say that. You say that, but that sounds like it's been
Yeah,
done.
that's true. There's always someone out there doing it.
I'm sure I let this mini dry.
Yes.
It's gone awry, so I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna pick up
There you
another
go.
mini.
That's the. Well, there you go.
I'll go ahead and try this one with the red. See how I like it. Man, you can really see the shit out of this through this magnifying glass. It's a pretty good one. Pretty sure I have the same
man.
one you do. And
It looked like it in the picture.
yeah, it's good. Alright, so
I don't
we'll
actually-
switch.
I don't know what brand it is off the top of my head, so I can't confirm or deny.
Let's see. Dragon Red.
Dragon Red comes out a pretty dark maroon.
What red would you suggest?
I mean, we were talking about pure red earlier. I would suggest pure red every time. I love pure red.
I have pure red. I have glistening blood.
So glistening
This is an
blood
effects paint.
is an effect paint, yeah, and it is really glistening. That is no joke. I'll show you I used it on an ogre, and it was, dare I say, too much. Too much blood? Yes, too much blood.
No, Gary, feces. Sean, did you get an eyedropper for your water when you were out getting supplies? Thank you for asking. I got pipettes. I got a whole bunch of them. Yeah, I went to Michael's. I don't know, you guys have Michael's everywhere. It's just a crap store. It's
When
like a
you say
Hobby Lobby,
pipettes,
but
I
I'll
think
never go
pipe
to Hobby Lobby.
cleaners.
Uh, no, those are called pipe cleaners.
Yeah, no, that's what it makes me think of, though.
Interesting. Should I darken up this red?
Should I darken up this red? If you're gonna want it to be a little darker, just use the dragon red.
Oh, mix in some dragon red?
I would say just use that instead, and then use your second red, use the pure red later for highlights.
Oh, interesting. That
Because
is kind of a magenta.
hmm they're close enough in color that you'll be able to use that other red for highlights, and it'll look great. Now I gotta go back through here and smooth out my paint in between these little spiky scales.
What up, D-Ski? Yeah, we think there's an issue going on with us and Twitch specifically, so you're good. It's not you. But if you want... Thanks, D-Ski. Hey, oh yeah, D-Ski, happy birthday, by the way, man.
Happy birthday, D-Ski!
I said it on your birthday post, but we really we talk about you, man. We appreciate you. You one of our
OG.
yeah, one of our original followers. You know, one of our original subscribers.
It
You know, I
means
knew
a
you
lot.
before all that too. You know, when we were playing D&D and stuff, and I mean, dude, we don't have a lot of like friends that support us at all. Like most of our friends just like don't give a shit. I don't know, man. But like you support us, we really appreciate it. It means a lot. So you know.
Yeah, all of that. I agree.
We were just
I
talking
echo
about
that.
today how like we don't have supportive friends. And then it's like all these newer people that we're meeting.
Man, I swear your mom has shared and tweeted more of our shit than any of our friends or any of my family.
Yeah, my mom does that shit all the time. My mom's dope.
Your mom's supportive as fuck.
My mom is very supportive. I love my mom.
She's a number one fan, dog.
Dude, I wouldn't trade my mom for anything. I love my mom.
Whenever we do the fan episode where we invite a fan on, we should invite your mom on.
Bro, I would love to have my mom on sometime. I think my mom, so like, I think she's getting to the point where we need to, um,
Need to play a role playing game together.
yeah, she should play a role play game. I also think she needs to get into video games. I think that like she needs to give it a try again. You know, I think she would like it.
Man, I was playing Mafia 3 today. It was on sale on Xbox Live for like $12. And it is great. I thought it would just be a GTA clone because I played some of the Mafia games before.
No, it's like it's got like management stuff, right?
No, it is sort of a GTA clone, and I guess the worst part is that there's no fast travel, and the map is the size of New Orleans,
Oh, maybe
so
I'm
you
thinking
just
of
have to
something else.
drive everywhere. But it is phenomenal. You play as a black 1960s Vietnam veteran in, of course, 1960s New Orleans. So the political climate is, disgusting. And at the beginning of the game, there's a warning for language and for racism and for all the things that the 1960s had. But man, you're robbing banks, you're getting in boat chases, you're getting, backstabbed.
It's important to do things we love, and I'm more than happy to do anything I can to help. I appreciate that a lot. Me and Gary both do, and like,
Mhm.
so yeah, I don't know. Lately, I've been struggling with like work-life balance. My boss wanted me to like contribute a lot more at work. He wanted to like give me this promotion, but like, I don't think there wasn't really like money involved. It was just me doing more work for no reason. And I was like, dude, my personal time, I need it. I need this. Like, what I found out since we've been streaming is I need this. This is like my home, man. Like I need to like it's nice to connect with people through
Old
uh,
love, new love, hashtag model painting.
hashtag multi. Yeah, Lee. Leet Leetloth. Wait, that's a familiar name to me. What's up? Yes, we do love Warhammer 2. Actually, one of our very first streaming games that we ever did, I think the very first, was
It
Warhammer.
was it was the very first one.
It was Warhammer Fantasy Role Playing. That was how this channel started with Wolfrump. And yeah, I've been a fan of Warhammer since junior high. I started building an army. Started with the Dark Elder army. This is actually one of my junior high models I'm painting right now. Um, don't take that out of context. Jeez.
Right?
But yeah, and
So I loved miniatures, right?
yeah,
And I think the first time I got my hands on a small box, I got a small Space Marines box in like 6th grade. But my parents were strange. They were like, they didn't want me to get into nerdy shit. My mom told me that D&D is a loser book and we shouldn't be playing this loser game in her dining room. And so I never really got into any of the cool nerdy stuff. I guess I was super into video games, but I always had a spot in my heart for Games Workshop and for their minis and especially their games like what was it, Dawn of War and Dawn of War 2 were absolutely awesome.
yeah.
So I've always just been right next to Warhammer. I've never just, and this is my first time getting into it.
Warhammer adjacent, yes sir. Yeah, see, my mom is the one that bought me the third edition starter set. So, very different. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that they didn't support you, man. Like, you could have been doing
Yeah,
it.
I think my brother actually bought it for me.
Huh.
I think he bought himself one too, and we both painted them, and we had a lot of fun. But we never learned how to play the game, and that was that.
Yeah.
But Thomas was super into comic books and video games and anime and all sorts of stuff. He was just going through an exploration period during high school. And since I was 6 years the younger brother, I got to get into all that cool shit like basically 6 years early. But then the thing he settled on after all that was God. He decided that he wanted to be a Christian. He decided that he wanted to go be a minister at a church. And that was like 3 years of high school for him was being like a Christian bro guy.
Hey, man, I
Uh,
went through a religious phase. Kind
it's
of.
okay, man. Some people, I think people you need to ask questions. I think it's good to go through a phase.
Yeah.
He did snap out of it, but not before he got.
And, like, I don't know. I remember the last time I went to church. Last time I went to church, we were broken into groups, and one of the group leaders was one of the, like, parents or whatever. Because, like, the topic was gay marriage or something. And, like, she was like, if you believe in that, then you don't believe in Jesus Christ. And I was like, all right, I'm out of here. Like,
Yeah, that's where you're like, you don't even want to tell someone. I respect your opinion, but I disagree. It's like I don't respect your opinion, and I disagree.
yeah. Not sure if Alex was out yet at that point, but, you know.
My
I was never particularly a hateful person, so like even if it didn't
what
directly affect my family or anything.
one of the last few times I went to church, I was working a side job, like a security job at the Chinese Church of Houston, and I pulled up and parked right next to the office. I had my engine idling and I had a notebook out and I was jotting down notes for my Dungeons and Dragons story. And I'm just sitting there writing my notes, making sure I got a good campaign, and all of a sudden, smoke just starts blasting out of the passenger side vent. And I look over at it, and I'm like, "What in the fuck?" And so, like, I hit off on the AC, and I'm like, "Oh, that's immediately." I'm like, "That's not the thing." Turn the car off, pop the hood, and flames poof up from under my hood. The whole time in this church parking lot, just my car set ablaze, fully engulfed. I can see the fire department from where I am, but like it's not like they have the phone number listed on the outside on the wall. So I'm like trying to decide: do I 911 or do I Google this number for this place, or do I just like run across the field and tell them my shit's on fire? Uh, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a hefty boy, so I didn't want to run across the field. So I called 911. Actually, I dispatched. I radioed our dispatch and called 911 and was like, "Hey, my car is on fire." They came over, used a chainsaw to cut my car apart, blasted the whole thing down. Uh, I was out there for like 8 hours. The company said they were going to send a flatbed tow truck, and they said they were going to send a taxi, and I just stood out there forever waiting for my insurance company to do dick all. Anyways, if you go to a church, you'll be banished, and your car will explode into flames.
Oh yeah, thanks, Penguin. We're glad that we can be your nerdy outlet. Not everyone
Mm-hmm.
has that, you know. Not everyone is allowed. You know.
Yeah, that's so crazy. You're right, though. You're right.
I don't know, man. Some people really. So today, right? I played God of War for the first time uh, ever. I've never played one before. They were
I
always
have.
too.
I haven't either,
They're
and
always too broy, you know.
I
Like I played
always.
with. They like to me. I always like. They seem like the kind of game that people that only play Call of Duty would play, and like
Man,
you know,
I feel like you put games in an unfair box sometimes, man.
definitely.
You got to give them a chance.
I definitely do. Well, I mean, I played it. Played
Yeah,
it.
it just took you a long, 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 long time.
Well, you know, I didn't really have an opportunity. I had a PlayStation 2, which I could have played then, but my mentality stopped me from doing it. And then I played. Or then I didn't have access to the game for a long, long time. But yeah, I definitely put games in a box like that all the time. Something I do.
Like, I'm pretty positive you'll never play another Call of Duty.
And
Yeah, that's
every
just sports games are like that too, man. I don't know what to say about that. I don't support it. I
well,
don't
I
buy
mean,
every Call of Duty.
so like it feeds into what I was saying. There are people that just play Call of Duty, so like they'll buy one every year, you know, because that's the only game they're buying, and so it just feeds into this weird market. You know, hey, if you're the if all you play is Call of Duty, that's fine. You know, I don't want to like I'm not trying to gatekeep you or anything. Like you're a gamer, you like gaming, it's your outlet. I get it, but like I don't know, man. I've had bad experiences with those people, and
I've certainly had a ton of bad experiences with Call of Duty players, but
you know,
I've also had some great experiences.
sure, I
And
don't
that's
know.
just, I think that's just online gaming in a nutshell, man. Online gaming is unpredictable and there will be dickheads.
Sure, it's just like also any game where you're battling Middle Eastern people, like typically I avoid because like I don't want because people are gonna say shit not even realizing that you know you're someone in the party's Middle Eastern. Uh, it's just I just avoid it. You know I don't know.
There's so many bad guys in the campaign in this one, but you are right. Iran's a bad guy.
Yep, like literally, yeah,
Iran's a
literally what
bad
I am.
guy. Russia's a bad guy, and Mexico's a bad guy.
Man,
Specifically, the cartel in Mexico, though, not the Mexican army.
they must
Mexican
have
army is good guys.
they must have voted for this at the last friggin'
At the Million MAGA Man March,
yeah. Who are we
who
killing
should
this
the
year?
bad guys be in the next Call of Duty?
How
That's
about
the only.
Iran,
That's the.
Russia, and damn Mexicans? Yeah.
I was thinking the only place where they can get all the Call of Duty players together in one building is at a Trump rally.
Yeah. I mean, you know, see, like, and that's just it's part of why I avoid it. I mean, it does have that demographic, man. You know, and like, it's just not for me typically. And I prefer Battlefield. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've always been a Battlefield guy too, but I feel like they really dropped the ball in the last one.
They did. Absolutely. That's 1,000% they did. They screwed everybody up by doing um, the release on the older consoles,
Both
and like I
systems,
got
yeah.
half the game, but like still paid full price. I don't know. I was pretty annoyed by that.
I'm not gonna say that wasn't crummy. That game definitely wasn't great. Even the full release version was fun, but not great.
Yeah.
So it's weird to me now that all these games are doing this like choose your operator thing, pick your character. Um, At least in Battlefield they had skills, but like in Call of Duty, you pick your operator and it doesn't do anything. I guess they have like different finishing maneuvers, but you can always. The cool thing it does is, like you said, in the multiplayer, you're not against like Iranians or Russians. You're just against mercenaries.
Yeah,
So at least there's that.
You don't have sides when you're doing
Yeah.
that.
You still have sides, but they're called like core tech versus like special ops or something. They're just made up things.
And, I
Man,
know
I'm
it's just
just
fiction and stuff, but like, a game that allows a racist person to deliberately go and do horrible things to Iranian people, even though it's like a war game, blah blah, blah. I get it. Like, it's just annoying because like I know that's not why
yeah.
everyone's playing it, but I know that there are some people that are playing it to just kill my people.
It's certainly hard for me to wrap my head around because obviously I've come from a different background, so I have to be sensitive to that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's just weird,
It,
man. I don't know. Like, why can't you guys fight like, I don't know? Why can't it be like some made up shit? Why is it gotta?
yeah, at this point in time, there should be enough made up countries from enough lore that we don't have to use real countries anymore.
Yeah. And that's another reason why I like Battlefield, like, especially the historical ones. Like, those wars happened. You know what I mean? It happened. Like, that's a real thing. I don't know. It's a little different, I feel. At the same time, there are issues with being able to go back and raid Vietnamese villages and shit. But I don't know. I try not to be like that sensitive, but I don't know. Sometimes I just have problems with it. Call of Duty is just not my thing. I don't know. The new one looks cool. I've considered it. You play it all the damn time, so I was like, man, like if I had realized how
And
much you were gonna be playing it, I might have gotten it. But
I'll let you know next time I'm getting one then.
yeah,
Because that's what I do, man. I'll put in, 140 hours and then I'll just dead stop and wait a couple years for another Call of Duty to come out.
yeah, man. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
a
These pants are
not a
being weird to
yearly.
me, man. Like, they're not sticking right. I'm shaking them, but I don't know, man. I'm having a hell of a time.
They're just fighting you today.
They're fighting me today, yeah.
Let's see. Is this seeable? Let's see how close I can walk this to the camera. The white spine teeth going on.
It's really good. It's really, really good. I don't have shit to show yet, man. My stuff's turned out terrible today.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's all good.
Let's see. I love the way this is looking. Let's make these head frills bright red too. I hadn't decided what I wanted to do with them yet.
Is that the full title of Dwarf Fortress? Or is that like a different game other than the viral Dwarf Fortress?
I really don't mind if I mix my red and brown just a little bit here. It's not gonna kill these little face prong things.
Screw it. I'm painting this Crew Hound. Painting him fucking green.
Hell yeah.
No, I'll do him blue like the other guy. Like his guys.
Oh yeah, like you did the other guy last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh no, you having trouble on the Twitch? Yeah, Deesky, you can switch over to YouTube or the Facebook. We're on there too, and apparently those are fine. If you need that, and it still supports us. So like we're trying to grow those apps too. So whatever works best for you, bud. So when you have a piece that has like some of the primer didn't get in there, what do you do? Like, what paint do you use to prime that part?
Um, honestly, I would go on and let it dry. Because if you keep going back over sections that aren't primed, you're going to keep ripping the layers of paint like it's little latex layers, and you're going to keep screwing it up. So I would say just do it, but
Just paint it.
um, I would say just paint it.
Should I start with black like the rest of it?
Um, yes, especially the part that is not primed. Is that a shadowed part also?
Yeah, it's like underneath.
Oh yeah, man, you could probably just slap black on that and call it a day. Honestly, you won't see it from 2 feet away above from a tabletop perspective.
You think maybe I'm just not shaking them well enough? Or...
I think it's possible. Also, I think you may be shaking them too much, and that may be causing them to aerate and putting the bubbles in the paint.
Even while it's closed?
Yeah,
Fuck.
maybe that's exactly what it is. It's just too much shaky shake. I mean, I give mine like 5 or 6 shakes, just trying to unclump it. Some people shake it until they get tennis elbow. I don't know what the point of that is.
Yeah, when I just made the black come out just now, like the first thing that came out was clear water.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that happens when the paints settle for sure.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yeah, that's a normal thing. In fact, I have a pot of Games Workshop black that is split. It's white on top and black on the bottom. When you look at it, it's so weird looking. But when you shake it up, it's black, no problem. We want these as bright red as they could possibly be.
Yeah.
He's got like little like skin flaps on top of his head that probably come up when he screams or roars or whatever.
Oh, you mean like a Dilophosaurus or
That's
whatever?
exactly right. Yeah, instead of behind his head, it's sort of like two bihawks. But yeah, that's exactly right.
It's cool. I like that.
Thank you.
You talking to me?
I was talking to Annie. She came in and refilled my cafefe.
Oh, that's dope. Mom!
Mom,
Mom!
cafefe.
Mom, bathroom! ttrpg mini painting streamer.
Man, so like the whole landscape of this country has changed, and you should stay living with your parents as long as your girlfriend, fiance, wife lets you.
Uh, I think that time's running out. I think we're gonna. I think it's about time.
If my parents weren't uh, the way that they are, if I could live with my parents, you know what I mean? If I could, then maybe I would,
Yeah.
but I couldn't.
No, that's fair. I mean, yeah, I actually like. I don't mind. Like me and my mom are very close. We got really close during COVID. Oh shit.
I have no doubts in my mind that my parents would be like, my house, my rules. You need to be back by 10 p.m. You need to be in bed by 11 with all the lights out. Not a doubt in my mind.
Yeah. I love living here. I love my mother. We get along very well. We're friends now ever since COVID. Uh, and it's just I don't know. But this was supposed to be temporary. I moved back in. Oh yeah, I moved back in after me and you lived together. I moved back in to get
Mhm.
because I was waiting on getting a job. Right? Was that what was going on? Yeah, because I quit my that. So I was waiting. I was working at Bernadine's, but like I was trying to get a job at a factory. Then I lost my Bernadine's job, and then I was waiting forever to get the factory job. Then I got the factory job. Was working 60 hours a week, all nights. Never got to see Jenny. And during that time, there was stuff going on. I don't want to air out too much of that, but you know what was going on.
It's a good time for personal growth too during that because you realized that money is not as important as family time, personal time, and relationship time.
Yeah, man. Like,
Because you made $1 there for sure, but it just wasn't worth it in the long run.
I made a shit ton, yeah, because I was getting paid. I mean, yeah, 60 hours a week, every single week. I was getting lots of hours, lots of overtime. I hated every second of it though. It was not. All that stuff happened, and then after that stuff happened, I lost that job because I was taking time off, to deal with stuff that like horrible shit that was going on. And like it's bullshit to me that they count when you're missing overtime because you have to and shit, and because like they're making you work nonstop.
Mandatory
Yeah,
overtime.
mandatory overtime. They make it count as like I'm missing work. They're like, oh, you're lazy. You only worked 50 hours last week. It's like, oh wow, all right, my bad. And then so all that shit happened. I lost that job, and we were all going through more to take care of her family.
See, that's the don't take this the wrong way. It's meant to be a joke. That's the busted part, though, is that Jenny's sister gets to live with the mom with the baby because now you can't live with the mom with the baby.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, she took the spot. That's busted.
She took the spot. Yeah, no, that'd be fun.
Jackie said, "Tell Jackie, you got to move out. We're moving in. It's our turn.
Jackie.
You already had your shot.
Get here." Yeah.
It's our turn to live with mom.
Yeah, and I don't know. We're just getting to the point we need space, our own space. Hi, babe. I mean, she's here. She can hear us. But
yeah, I know. That's why I said, don't take this the wrong way. It's meant to be a joke.
Deeski, the audio is being weird on Twitch. I'm watching on YouTube, but chatting here. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with Twitch. Oh, thanks for the resubscribe. Deeski, I didn't even notice that 30 minutes ago.
Hell yeah, thank you.
27 months. I didn't even know we've been doing this that long. It's pretty crazy.
That always trips me out when Avenging Penguin resubs and it's like 14 months, 15 months. And I'm like, what? I thought we just met Penguin. I thought we just met Kapow. But then I remember we've been knowing them for, obviously over a year now. It's just, damn, bro.
Cool, I got the black on there, and it's pretty
All right. Here's one of my qualms, Jahan. So I've got this red dinosaur. You see him and he's beautiful.
Yeah.
So he's got his little teeth color on his back, but his belly is still unpainted. And I don't necessarily just want to slap red all over it again.
Yeah.
But I do want to make sure he looks like a Carnage symbiote, but I don't want to slap black all over it either. Should I grab a different shade of red? Because I feel like it needs to be red if it's going to look like the Carnage symbiote.
You could do a different shade of red. You could do black and gray and white. As kind of like highlights to keep it red and black. Or, yeah, just a different shade of red could work.
And the color is under his belly, and it runs all the way along the length of the bottom of his tail, too.
Yeah.
So it's going to need to be a pretty balanced color.
You really want a lot of... I feel like you want contrast there.
I do, too. I think this might need to be a creamy white color.
Interesting.
Or a cream underneath.
Man, this black paint dried fast.
Matte black?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, that one often gets stuck for me. I need to keep a needle around to poke the top through that one.
Yeah, it had a little butt plug that popped out. His butthole. Yeah, we are old now, babe. We are old now.
All right.
Yeah,
we're gonna go with the. I think we're gonna go with the creamy.
I wonder if I could just cut Twitch stream because like.
We need Boons and Dooms tonight.
I'm not exactly sure how to just cut it though. Maybe through the app. So I don't want people coming in and being like, "Oh, their shit sucks.
Their stream sucks. Screw these guys. I'll never watch them again."
Yeah. So we actually had a lot of viewers earlier, but a bunch of people just joined. Oh, they're all on Twitch.
Ha! Funny.
Whatever, I'll just leave it. Hey,
Sorry that it's
everybody, if you can hear me, go check out our YouTube, and you can get a better stream quality. Right now, we're having trouble with Twitch. Um, check out our YouTube, Facebook. We have, links in the bio. But yeah, I am gonna start painting this Crute Hound.
There you go.
I'm starting to feel like I just don't like the Dark Eldar minis all that much.
I have felt that way for a long time.
Yeah. Because the Tau and the Crute are way cooler. They have way better minis. But also, my Dark Eldar minis are incredibly old. Maybe that's why they're not holding paint. Maybe they're like some weird lead-laden plastic or something.
Before the incident?
Before the incident.
They're from before January 6th.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Before the incident. I watched a great documentary today about January 6th riots. What was the documentary called?
This Place Rocks.
This Place Rules. It's called This Place Rules. And it's kind of a quirky, fun documentary from definitely a guy who's silly and loves making stupid people look stupid. So he just goes to all of the rallies, leading up to January 6th. And it's a documentary. And so his documentary, from his perspective, is the events that led to January 6th, that he was at all the rallies.
See, this thing has a little, leather, jerkin on that they use to hold supplies. I would not have been able to tell where it started and where it ends without this magnifying light.
That's because it's primed dark, right?
It is primed dark, yeah.
If you had like a white primer or something like that, it's way easier to see the details. But of course, then your model would just come out way brighter.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people do the zenithal priming? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
You buy a white can of primer also, and then at the end of priming, you just spray straight down from the top. You just do like one wave with white on everything. That way, when you paint later, the light colors will be at the top and the darker shades will be at the bottom. So you've already shaded your stuff. You just shaded it with primer.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's a big part of the slap chop technique.
Slap chop's like fast painting, right?
Yes, it's where you dry brush everything white, like hard. You just like slap, slap, slap white all over your model, and then you can paint it with speed paints and contrasts because there's, highlighted edges, already heavily highlighted edges. So it gives your model these really cool, dynamic, contrasting looks. And all it is just dry brushing a crap ton of white at the beginning.
Okay. Interesting. Interessante.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My levels seem like they're low. Hello, can you hear me? Is it because am I far away? I don't know. My levels just seem low. But your levels aren't very high either, so I guess people can just turn it up.
I can hear us both kind of just fine in my background audio, but I'm not listening to it perfect.
Yeah.
Like this.
I'll definitely like it.
I came up off the armor of the stomach onto the soft scales of the throat and decided to keep them the same white as the armor. I think it looks good.
Okay. I don't know, man. That mini's turned out really good.
Thank you.
I'm jelly. But hey, I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, you will, man. One Friday, every other Friday at a time.
Yeah. Well, now that I got the paints, and now that they're all set up, because there's been a lot of times in between this that I've been like, man, I wish I had my paints, and I've painted, so I'll probably do some in between.
I've painted a couple as well on my own time because I just like to paint.
Yeah.
Man, maybe we should do surprise streams on like a Monday or a Tuesday sometime. Just like surprise, we're painting.
Just if we both feel like it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, that could be a thing. I don't know, man. There's been times when I'm like, I have time to play a video game right now. I love playing video games, but I'm depressed. So
Yes, I love that.
yeah, yeah,
And it's like the ball. They're crying again. That's what depression is like for me. Like even if I can get a word or two out, it doesn't even make sense. It's not even a thing. I'm just like crying for no fucking reason.
yeah. I mean,
I know it manifests different from everybody,
it
but
does. I don't know. Me, I always feel. I feel like I'm being drawn inwards and like being pulled down and away. It's like I'm being dragged to hell. Is what it feels like for me.
that's nice. That sounds really nice.
It's fun when I close my eyes and I'm sleeping, and like it pretty much can happen for real, and it does. And
Hell yeah.
it's really fun. Yeah, well, I don't know. I have like frequent sleep paralysis. Like my body will turn off, but like I'll wake up and I can't move and shit, and it's not cool.
No, that's horrible.
It happens all the time. But like also I am still asleep, so like I see things and like stuff happens. And it's like, and sometimes I just become aware of my real body while I'm dreaming. That's more I feel like people don't talk about that one as much. I feel like that counts as sleep paralysis. But like, I don't know, man. Weird stuff. Eureka! Audio, is it working? Is it working?
Oh my goodness.
Well, thanks for sticking in there. We appreciate it.
Let's see. If I get this camera closer, I feel like I lose detail, but I wonder if there's a point of return.
Man, this is actually... You see this?
Oh yeah, I like that. That blue, the metallic blue you got going on there.
It just looks metallic because it's shiny, I guess, but... This
Trying
is...
to show you my guy, my Chaos Carnage guy, but
Your
he's
guy's
just
sick.
not quite...
You guys
he's
sick
not-
as hell.
Thank you. Can't quite get his face in focus, but I do have the white teeth, the white underbelly, teeth on the back. I think I'm going to need some red striping on his belly, or maybe some black symbiote-looking striping.
Or
I think
if
it's
you
time.
if you have a red wash.
I do not have a red wash, but I could just add a dab of red into the wash and hope for the best.
Could try that, yeah. I'm not sure how that works, but trying things out.
What I would like to do is, on my computer, I'm going to pull up a picture of Carnage, and I'm just going to look at that symbiote, kind of see the patterns it makes.
Yeah.
Because I'm worried about just it kind of looking like bad striping. I want to make sure it looks intentionally like the symbiote. Where's an R on a keyboard that's sideways across the room from you? There it is.
I don't know how to answer that.
It's like it's in the same spot it always is.
I might be going for a bone color here myself. What do I got?
I would say that Mummy's Robes is an amazing bone color for teeth.
What's the yellow that you're using?
I used demonic yellow.
Do I have it? You know if that comes in this set?
It should, but
Oh, I
you
do,
should
I
have
do.
gotten little metal balls too.
It looks like a mustard. Grab a little matte white too, just in case.
I wonder if I took some Nurgle Rot technical paint, which is kind of like sticky mucus, It's a dark green sticky mucus. I wonder if I took some of that, added a few splotches of black in, if I could actually paint like a textured symbiote over this thing.
See, this box doesn't actually say it comes with ball bearings.
Man, we must have just gotten a different one, or maybe they started shipping their boxes differently.
Yeah, maybe. It's all good. Not a big deal.
Um, yeah. I think I need black now. I think that's what's going to happen. And I'm going to grab that Nurgle rot while I'm out there so that I can do some texture.
All right. Mama don't know, but she's getting hot at the body shop. Doing something unholy. Right? Sticky yellow symbiote and nice box. Yeah. Man, you should have been here for last night's game. Jesus Christ. It was like a friggin' like junior high swear-a-thon. It was really dumb. There we go. I mixed in some yellow with the mummy's robe, just barely. And it's mixing up okay. It's mixing up okay. Use this brush. Let's try this out. Yeah, that's about the right color, I think. I think maybe the second I comment is when Twitch fucks me and drops audio. Maybe, but also I'm not like talking a lot. And like I'm kind of far away from my mic. It might just be me being shitty at streaming. I don't know that like.
Damn.
It's timing.
What?
I don't think you're shitty at streaming.
Oh, thanks.
No problem.
I don't think you're shitty at streaming.
Well, me being shitty at streaming was never really up for debate.
Nice. Nah, it's definitely Twitch, not you. Yeah, I mean, Twitch is being finicky tonight. I don't know what's going on, man. But it seems like Twitch is always finicky when my internet's bad, so I feel like it's just my internet, you know? Really focused right now, sorry. Gary, if you're talking, you're muted. Just FYI.
Oh yeah, I know. I was trying not to cough in everybody's ears.
Oh, it's all good. Just making sure you knew. We're both quiet at like the same time, so I was like, oh. Oh yeah, there you are. What's up, Rune?
Rune.
Oh yeah, you live over out there. Yeah, that's right. You do have yeehaw internet. I'm not muted, dog. You're muted.
I'm not muted. You're muted.
I'm not muted. It's just we're just having audio issues. Something about Twitch. If you go to YouTube or Facebook, audio is perfect, apparently. So if it bothers you, just head on over there, and we appreciate you all the same.
100. So I do think I'm gonna want to go maybe in between these scales with some black edge highlighting the ends of these muscles. There's some little like spiky bronze scales on his arms. So I think I'm just gonna do a little black here, a little black tracing.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, black tracing. Yeah, tracing is something I'm gonna have to figure out how to do.
Edge highlighting's not hard, but it's tedious because if you go over, you know that you can't erase it. You got to go back and get your red and put your red back over it. So it's not hard. It's just annoying. It's annoying as crap, and especially if you're doing custom mixed colors, especially if they dry up.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going with like a skull head, like a skull head situation here.
Go ahead. Okay, yo, I like that. That looks really good. And your camera focused on it when you got it close. Man, I wish my camera would focus on stuff when I got it close. I'm jealous.
It only does it sometimes.
It does it when you hold. You have to gotta like hold it still. And bring it back to you like at 2 inches. There you go. Hold it right there. Yep. That's the spot. You got a secret spot.
We all do. It's in the anus.
I was watching a stand-up
baby.
comedy. Was watching a stand-up comedy bit before I got on. You watched Dave, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It's
I saw that same stand up.
cheeseburger one.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I think he's funny, and I do like him, but sometimes he says things that I feel are problematic. Not too much in that special. He was okay, but he does a lot of stuff with Bobby Lee, and stuff gets out of hand sometimes.
Yeah, it does. Those are two guys. Bobby Lee's a guy who does not care what people have to say about him.
Yeah.
I like those comedians. I like those types of comedians. But yeah, they do say stuff that's problematic, and they know damn well that they're going to.
Yeah. Yep. What color how do you paint like the inside of a mouth?
So if the mouth is open,
Yeah.
do a nice flat pink first. That orc blood you were looking at earlier might be good. There's also one called like Warlock Purple, I think, that's in that pack. That's much more of a pink than a purple.
I have both of those out already.
Either one of those will work.
Interesting.
And just get it. This is one where you're probably not even really going to need to dry brush it. You could just slap a little bit of pink in there, and mush it all around, make sure everything's nice and pink, and then later when you come to the teeth, the pink will stay back in the back underneath, and then the teeth will pop, and the pink will look really good. I have a hard time with this one because mine's like gritting his teeth, so I just did a dry brush of bone, but some of it is like in between the teeth where gums would be, so I kind of might have boned myself here.
Yeah.
On the teeth, but the teeth are a very small feature on this guy, whereas they're a major feature on your piece.
Yeah, my guy's mouth. So I'm gonna have to like make a judgment call there.
Yeah, you have to just pick one.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you could always bing it and look at some other examples, see what they do with their beaks.
Yeah. We're gonna add another hit of yellow to this paint, I think, and then
Hell yeah.
do the spikes.
I'm tracing the jawline right now with another thin black layer. He has maybe like a little billy goat beard, a little sharp chin. So I like to get these lines around his jaw to kind of point down to that sharp chin. Outline that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by to say hi. Gary, check your DMs from Rune. He's miffed.
Oh, thanks, Rune. Yeah, no, that's because I play Forza by myself. So stay miffed.
Oh, was he trying to play Forza with you?
Yeah, he was sending me messages, and that's my escape game.
It's your solo game.
It's
Gotcha.
my solo game. That's my I go away and drive game.
That's fair.
I like to put on Spotify and just go away,
Yeah.
go drive
Go
where it doesn't
explore
matter.
Mexico.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's what it always says you're doing.
Exploring Mexico.
Yeah.
It's funny. That's because usually I'm not racing. I'm just driving around, cruising, listening to music. Hmm. I'm just like, he could stay miffed.
That's funny.
That's my alone time, man. He could stay miffed. I don't take it back.
Hey, man, your time's your time, bro.
I'm saying.
You know? We all needs it.
Couple little black spots on the neck there. On each side, that armor. What am I missing here? So I kind of got some black lines there where I outlined the shoulder, but not on this side. So let's make sure they're even on both sides. That'll make the project look better at the end. These little shoulder spikes.
Yeah, that. That looks pretty good. What do you think, Gary?
Oh yeah, that does look good.
Dope.
Yeah, I'm digging that.
Yeah, it's turning out. Apparently, I can only paint Kroot. What the fuck?
That's all right. Got to start somewhere.
Sure, sorry. I mean, I like Kroot. I have a bunch of them, too. I don't have any of the Gorellas, though. I wish I did. The Krootox, those are cool. I think I have a Kroot Shaper, and I've been saving him because he's very detailed.
I really think that I learned the most painting skills when I was painting the little dinosaur guys. I guess they're not called the Sorens anymore.
Oh, yeah.
The fantasy, the Age of Sigmar little
the
dinos.
Lizard folk? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had so many different colors and textures and just so many different things to do on the model. Plus, they're small models; they're like goblin size.
Yeah, they're cool.
So, yeah, man, it was just there was a lot. There was just so much to do that I really learned a lot during that phase.
Yeah, Veggie Penguin, we're glad that we can do that for you. He said, so.
Yeah, we're all doing it. We're all doing it together.
All doing it together, bud.
Ooh, that's a lot of black. Oh man, I should have definitely wiped that off first. Oh,
What color
buddy.
should I paint the leather? Maybe leather brown.
Maybe leather colored. All right, that's the back of the foot. I'll be okay. I'll survive. Back of this leg. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full.
When you use a new brush,
I bet there are some people who would tell you that they swear by it and you have to do it, but I've never had a problem.
okay.
All right. If we're going to trace one leg, we're going to trace 2 legs. And that was just sloppy brushwork. I should feel bad about that. I don't, but I should. All the way down to the kneecap on both sides. Got to make it even. Got to have some symmetry. think if I cover up just a little bit of brown here with a spot of black, it'll look better. Yes. Yes. And then I really want to separate this neck here from this shoulder plate. But boy, do I just know I'm going to mess this up. 1, 2 strokes. That one's kind of thick. All right, that's not what I wanted. Flip it over. A couple more neck strokes here. You know, you got to stroke the neck of a good little dinosaur.
Especially after you flip her over.
It's a good little dinosaur. You got to stroke a good little dinosaur's neck. All right. We got some good. I think I need to do the tail. Man, I don't want to do that. I think I have to.
Yeah, I'm doing the harness right now.
I'm looking at it and it's like I'm definitely gonna mess this tail up more than once. So I guess whatever. I just need to have my other colors on standby.
I already messed it up. I already realized, like, while I was painting, I was like, that's not supposed to be leather. That's his skin. But it's all
Mm-hmm.
good.
When you make a mistake, you just keep on painting. When you make a mistake, you just don't give a fuck today. Hey, hey, you just paint it away.
Yeah. Was that Childish Gambino?
No, that was Bob Ross, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, he used to freestyle during all of his paintings, and not a lot of people know that about him.
We're happy tree. We're...
Oh man, this looks so much better now that I did this. I'm so glad I did this. Here on my miniature for a second.
Paint it gun leather brown. I want to paint it poop brown.
That was actually your nickname in high school.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Poop Brown.
Oh shit, the music's working. Alright, cool. Yeah, sorry we didn't have music earlier. Spotify was not working.
No, and interestingly enough, even though my network connection has nothing to do with yours, my Spotify was also not working.
Yeah, which is super weird. So, I mean, that must have just been Spotify and coincidence.
That's exactly what I was thinking. What a coincidence. What timing.
I like this hound is wearing a backpack. It's pretty funny. He's wearing like an LL Bean. I like these paintbrushes. They're pyramids instead of round, so you can set them down.
Oh, nice.
They're their own rest, which is cool.
That is cool. I thought you were talking about the tips at first. The tips were pyramids. And I was like, what?
Yeah, so what I heard, so I've been watching some guy on TikTok. He's been showing me some paint stuff. So synthetic brushes are fine, he says, but like really, really good brushes are made out of real hair. And you don't need all your brushes to be like that, and if you're just starting out, synthetic's fine. But real hair brushes are the way to go.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being true.
Something about
Cheap.
the way they hold on to the paint is better.
Yeah, cheap brushes feel cheap, without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of miniature painting is dry brushing. And dry brushing ruins a brush. You really don't want to do that to your nice brushes. Also, you do want to do it to your nice brushes because you're going to need more brushes eventually anyways.
Yeah, you could probably like rotate. Once a brush starts getting old, you can use one of your good ones as a dry brush.
How is this looking? It's looking all right. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I just think we need some black on his face. I don't know if I need to outline his mouth, though, because I think it's going to look too much like black lipstick. So I don't really
Yeah.
know where to put the black. I feel like maybe I need to outline the frills to make those pop a little bit more. But I don't want to line each one of those black either, because I think it's just not going to look great.
Yeah.
Um,
It's tricky.
maybe it'll pop later. Maybe it'll pop at the very end whenever I wash it. But I just think I'm going to lose those frills.
Maybe you hit it with the black and then paint over it with like something else, you know, or I don't know, maybe a wash.
Yeah.
That's kind of what washes before, right?
Yeah, for getting the details out of that stuff.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Just, I feel like if I paint this all black, it's just going to look messy. It's just not going to look right. So I'm not going to do it. I have decided. I will not do it.
Follow your gut, dog.
Let me give this a splash of red real quick from these places where I did my edge. I did my black edge highlighting, you know, my outlining. And I went over the spot a couple places. I need to just slap some red on it. Maybe I watered down this red way too much. We're going to find out. And we're going to find out together.
Yeah, my bleed dried up. Makes sense.
Oh yeah, this red is just, it's like painting water on here. Nothing's happening. Boop. A little bit more of your boy's favorite, pure red.
Pure red is pure bread, dog.
I'm saying. So, how's that? So what?
Well, so like when I'm starting my painting, like it looks really bad. I just want to stop and like, you know,
Not do it?
not do it.
It's funny. No, I'm insecure too, so shouldn't really be an issue. I mean, no, it shouldn't, but easier said than done.
Yeah.
It's not like my painting's good, you know. I don't look forward to the day that somebody like hits up our Twitter or our inbox and tells us how shit we are and how I'm doing it all wrong and giving bad advice. That'll hurt my feelings.
Sure, but that guy is a loser.
That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. We're just two fucking guys painting, man. Fuck the other guys. Fuck that loser guy who is gonna be mean to us.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not so much concerned about that. I personally, like, get upset when I'm bad at stuff. But, you know, I mean, that's just something I'm working on.
That's true. Yeah, you have to work on that one for maybe the rest of your life, but hopefully not. Hopefully you get with that one, you know?
I don't know, man. My mental health has been improving,
Good.
you know? I'm not going to therapy or anything, but, like, I am aware of my problems and I actively work on them.
That's
You know?
That's more than most people can say, I feel.
I feel like that's okay, you know?
I think that's what makes somebody a decent human, you know, at whatever level of person you are, whatever you did in your past, as long as you're trying to address it and get better, then,
Yeah.
you know, it's all you can judge someone on is if they're trending in the right direction.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hopefully they're making good choices now.
Yeah. Man, I'm starting to become very happy with the way this is looking, and that makes me excited.
Hell yeah. All right, I went over this guy, polished him up with some more red, cleaned up some of those heavy black lines. Not all of them. Maybe I'll clean up this one on the thigh while I'm talking about it. When I was trying to outline between the thigh and the body, I came kind of hard over the hip on the thigh, man, to be honest. Clean up these lines.
Oh, good. I still got plenty of time. I'm hoping this turns out better here in a bit, so I'm working. Now I'm like motivated. Now I'm like getting it.
Hell yeah.
I'm finding my groove.
It's just gonna be cool. That's all it's gonna be. It's just gonna fucking be cool. I'm gonna do it, and we're gonna be like, whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
Won't be cool if I don't do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Can't sit here and put it off all fucking night. I'm like, what color should I paint the feet? And the whole rest of the model's red. Like, bro, paint the feet red and go ahead and do the symbiote. All right. The hands are red. The feet are red. I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. I've already got black paint where I had done all this edge highlighting to make this thing do its best version of pop. I'm trying to spin him so I can show, hopefully, some sort of...
It looks really good, dude. I'm telling you, man, that's like amateur competition good.
I hate that I... Oh, that looks better.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Vamp? Why'd you boo us? Boo!
Boo!
Popped in the chat. Boo! What's up, Vamp? And then Penguin says, "You're your own worst critic." That's something that they deal with all the time. Yeah. No, definitely. I definitely feel that. But shit, I even deal with that when we're like playing games, because like, you know, I'm writing a story and I don't want it to be shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I just told my brother the other day for the first time in like years that the reason I stopped playing D&D with his group of people is because I thought I had overstepped a line and I didn't feel like I was welcome at that table anymore, even though no one ever said anything about it. I just felt bad.
Yeah.
Like, you know how we kill bad guys. We, like, really kill bad guys, you know? And so, we got, like, jumped by this group of, like, low-life bandits, and I guess I had missed that they were feeling really like heroes that were nice, and my guy was feeling really like a guy who would cut you in half across your body. So I, like, massacred these people we were against, just, like, killed everybody, left no survivors, and the whole group was like, oh my god, and had their jaws on the floor, and I just felt like so out of place. I was like, oh no, they don't want to play the same kind of game that I want to play. I've made everyone uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And really, you know, maybe that never happened. Maybe nobody gave a fuck, but that's what anxiety or social anxiety be like.
Uh-huh. You know that's right.
Mm-hmm. You know that's right.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it, Vamp. That's been happening to everybody.
Oh yeah, go to YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, if you want perfect audio, go to YouTube. Our YouTube audio is good. Twitch is just being a motherfucker right now. Just heard me being mean about Twitch the other day. I think I'm about ready to start some of these other details.
I'm ready to let you start some of those other details. Alright. Remember that time I said I was going to do the symbiote and I didn't? I just did more black edge highlighting? I'm actually going to do the symbiote now.
By do the symbiote, what do you mean?
So what I'm going to use is, I'm not just going to do black lines, because I think those are going to look too much like dinosaur stripes. So what I have here, it's kind of hard to see, of course, but I have Citadel Technical Color Nurgle Rot.
Okay.
And this comes out like a snot, like ooey gooey boogers, like gross, sticky, wet boogers. So I'm going to use this Nurgle rot for texture. I'm going to mix it with the black I already have and hope that it looks like I'm just painting down a sticky textured symbiote. I'm not sure if it'll come out right, but that's what we're going to hope for.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it's a Citadel pot, so we're going to make sure the top is sealed really freaking properly because these things always pop off diagonal, and then we're going to give it a shake. Hopefully that'll get enough pooled in the lid for us so that we can scoop out the lid. Just a big old glob of snot. Just a big old sticky glob of snot. And we'll put that in with our black. Yeah, let's just goop it in there. Let's just get this ooey gooey booger where it belongs. Let's see what happens.
I'm doing the mouth of the orc blood right now, seeing how that goes. That is a really good mouth color.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's great for edge lining lips and eyes and ears. It gives it a nice pink like hue to otherwise skin tone. It looks a little worn. It looks like a little bit like it's gotten color. Alright, the thing about this Nurgle rot is that we actually don't want to wipe this off because it is a technical paint. We don't want to put it on thin. We want it on thick and sloppy.
Yeah. Interesting. So what's the difference with technical paints?
Technical paints have textures. So like it on a bunch of Nurgle troops and make them look infected and bloated and nasty.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I do like the way this is looking. I'm going to click back over for more Carnage reference. Do his black lines touch? They intersect? Yes, they do. There are very many that touch and intersect all over the place, it looks like. Not just like one line of it. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually thinking some of them I'm not shaking hard enough because this orc blood isn't mixed very well.
Yeah, shake it up.
Now it's a completely different color. Let that dry.
What's up?
I'm gonna let that dry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna start. I want to hit some highlights here on the blue. How do you do that? Do you just go over lightly with like dry brushing, or do you try to do edges?
Yeah, I would edge highlight with a shade lighter of blue, or maybe 2 shades lighter.
I was thinking about. So I'm right now. I'm deep blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next shade up would be crystal blue, but I was thinking electric blue.
Yeah, electric blue might be cool.
Okay, cool. And what do I do exactly?
So you're looking for like the hard lines, like if you're think of this as like a coloring book. You're looking for like the perimeter lines, sort of, that go around the bigger muscles. Sometimes that'll be a hip muscle, sometimes it'll be an elbow, or you'll see lines in between. Like my guy, all along his back, he has the whole ridge of spikes. So like obviously I had to edge highlight that entire ridge, top and bottom. So that's basically what you're doing, is looking for where those hard lines are. And by putting a brighter color on, you're going to make that blue pop. Let's get a glob. Do we have a glob in here? Let's get a glob right there. That doesn't look great. Let's see if we can rearrange this paint to make it look a little more carnagey before it gets too dry. Yoopity-doo! Yeah, I do think that I kind of like the way this is going to be. It wasn't initially what I saw myself doing with this guy, but I do think that I am a fan of it.
Yeah, man, Carnage dinosaurs are sick. Actually highlighting the yellow spikes a little bit with this electric blue. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Sticky textured symbiote is what you go to the doctor for.
Yes, it is. Doctor, my symbiote is sticky. How sticky is it? Oh man, that's sticky.
It's because Spider-Man's a menace. Thanks, Dr. Jameson.
Goddamn sticky Spider-Man.
I'll stick you, Spider-Man.
Uh-oh, that's a paintbrush. Ooh, I caught it. Hooray me. You don't like to drop the paintbrush, I tell you that.
I do
Then you
all
get the
fucking time.
you paint on the floor.
All the time. Yeah, I don't give a shit about getting paint on the floor. There's worse
Bridget.
on my floor.
It's like Bridget kicks in the door like, what did you say?
My floor has got like so many spills on it, dude. It's like 40-year-old carpet. I mean, I grew up in this friggin' room. Like, it's a mess.
My parents were a no food and drinks upstairs type of family.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like mine might have been.
At one point.
Well, it's hard to say because I just never listen, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Jahan do what Jahan do, dude.
I'm saying.
Get some of this mummy rub again. We got
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
pure mummy rub.
Let's get it right here. It's pretty thin. Just try to get it in the thin spots because the Carnage symbiote is pretty thin.
Mummy rib's a good color.
What is?
Mummy rib.
I like that mummy rub. I think I need to do a bit more with the tail here, but not a lot. I think this is almost complete for me. Shit, I'm shaking like a leaf trying to paint this tail. I just need to stop for a second. Stop, set it down. My muscles are just like going crazy, spasming, trying to paint this last little bit on the tail, and I don't want to just blast paint all over the place.
That's fair. Yeah.
This could be because maybe it's not enough, but I'm just going to drink this coffee and hope for the best.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey wife, take a look at this and tell me what you think so far. Did I get the desired effect of Carnage the dinosaur? Thank you.
You missed a bit of black on his belly.
Bit of black on his belly. Yeah, I skipped doing the black outline on his belly because you really can't see it and it's really hard to do.
No one's gonna judge you.
Exactly. No one's going to see it. No one's going to care. That's my solution a lot of times, Jahan. No one's going to see it. No one's going to care. So, like, the belly, I painted all the way down from neck to end of tail. And there's segregated or separated armor plates from the neck all the way to the tail. So I outlined the ones on the neck and the ones, obviously, that go from, like, the back legs all the way to the end of the tail. But doing the ones on the stomach, there's no real reason to outline those in black. The stomach's facing the ground. No one's going to see it. I would have to flip it upside down, and I would probably screw it up anyways. Skip it. No one cares about the tummy.
Fair enough. It's pretty solid, yeah. I don't disagree.
All right. Let's see if my hand is calmed down enough yet for me to paint this tail. Yep, it sure has. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to get my phone and take some up-close pictures of this. Put them on our Discord, because this is looking pretty good.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you.
Yep. I'm going to do that. That way you can throw them up on the screen at some point.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely do that. Last paint all over the place is my Jackson Pollock cover band.
I like that.
You have a corner of your room covered in plastic sheets? That's creepy, dog.
Yeah, what are you, Dexter?
Listen to the Carpenters and shit.
Let's turn him a little bit here. Yeah. Right. I do think my final picture was the best one.
I'll put it up here in a sec.
I haven't seen it yet.
Gotcha.
I'll go to Discord. I'll go to, what do we want to do? Photo sharing. Anyone who's in our Discord can race there and see it before you put it on the screen.
Yeah, if you're in our Discord, you get early access to this exclusive content. Alright, I'm doing a cool thing where it's circling back around and starting to look like shit again, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I love that. So hopefully this is your model looks like shit phase.
Drop my paintbrush and then I swore. Let's see. Photo sharing.
Looks like a little Carnage guy to me.
Let me get this up here. Look at that. Wow. Oh, that's what you meant by Carnage. Yeah, dude, that's sick, dude. That's sick babies. I can't wait to put my piece of shit up here so everyone can laugh at me.
Gonna put my piece of shit up here, he says. Yeah, so that Nurgle gave me that kind of color and that texture of that symbiote, and I think it worked out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks great. Damn, Gary. That's hot fire, dude.
Thank you. That's all inspired by you, man. You picked those colors. I just made it happen.
It's exactly what I envisioned. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fucking cool. Yeah, those pictures are in our Discord. You want to go look at them more? There's a few more angles. But yeah, dude, like I was saying, dude, that's like non-professional, like competition quality.
I just started painting this past summer. Feeling good about this one. This one's going to look good in the board game when we take him out. We're going to be like, oh crap, it's the Carnage monster. And we're going to be like, oh crap, and he's going to be like, rah, 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 rah.
It's really good. But when you started, yours looked like mine, right?
Yeah, I mean, you saw. I posted them on the Twitter. I posted them on the Instagram of what both of ours looked like, primed, ready to go.
Oh no, but I mean like when you first started painting.
Yeah.
Not this model. I mean like in general.
Oh! I'm afraid I don't understand what you're asking at this point.
I'm saying that when you started painting, yours looked as shitty as mine look right now, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I don't have a picture of my first orc, but I still have him.
So let me put up what I have so everyone can laugh at me.
Yeah, that original orc is, he rides in the back of my battle wagon, and he's always part of my setup of orcs, even though he's my least pretty one. I always make sure to keep him on display, just so I can see him if I need to.
I threw mine in the same chat. Got two
Let me click
pictures.
this. Oh yeah, that's looking good. I like this boy.
I hate him, but that's okay.
Nah, man. You don't hate him. He's not hateable. Also, all of those hairs on his back,
Yeah.
that's what a wash is for. A wash will fill in that and make that look extreme.
Which wash should I use?
I would go with what is it? Soft, medium. If there's a medium wash, pick that one. I wonder if I should wash mine too. Let me go grab a wash. Let's do a little wash. And you're definitely gonna need a dry brush for this one. And you could pick like a big brush too. You don't have to pick a small one. Because you're just gonna slap fucking wash all over this. This is not gonna be pretty. Alright, I'll be right back. Old man noises!
I got soft tone, yeah. I'll do that. I have depression. Need a dry
Good.
brush.
So you're gonna take your wash and you're gonna put it in your mouth like mouthwash, and you swish it around and then spit it on your mini.
There you go.
I'm gonna use soft tone because my guy is bright. I want him to stay bright. I don't want him to just be too muddied up and dark.
I have soft tone too.
Nice. I got my brush. I picked a pretty big squared off brush. This is probably the biggest brush I've used all day.
All over the whole bottle?
Yeah, you're just gonna mix up your wash. You don't have to put water in it. You don't have to thin it. And then dab your brush. And you're just gonna slap it all over this thing. From head to toe. I mean, it's dry, right? Make sure it's dry. So wash is great because you'll see it start to fill in all of those a lot of those small cracks.
You want to dab the brush off, you said?
Oh yeah, for sure. This is a big dry brushing thing. You're doing heavy, but you're still dry brushing. Just heavy dry brush. Because you do want it to get in every single crease.
Interesting.
I'm just like not gonna look over one of these times, and I'm gonna totally dip it in red and then just smear this giant glob of red all over it. Whoops. Black, put that symbiote black all over it. Whoops. Just black goo. Are you seeing the whites and stuff, the teeth fill in and change to sort of a different brownish off brown color as well?
Yeah, it kind of looks like I spilled coffee on it.
Yeah, it would kind of look like you spilled coffee on it. That's about right. And depending on which
Is this
wash,
just coffee?
and depending on which wash you use, will give you a different kind of effect, right? So this is earlier. I was like, maybe I could put a bit of red in here, but it would certainly thicken up the wash, right? So I didn't want to do that. But it might work. I just haven't tried that yet, and I didn't want to do that now.
It's interesting. It really is making some of this like really start to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely see I need to paint a few more areas a little better. But it did a lot for the bone stuff.
Yes, it'll do a lot for bone, a lot for teeth. It'll do a lot for scales, anything with those small little cracks. And that's the same with contrast paint. Contrast doesn't really work on big wide areas very well. The more small little nooks and crannies you have, the better contrast paint works.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to realize I think I put too much paint on. A little muddy, but not terrible. And I learned a lot about different paints, so that's cool.
Yeah, and you applied your first.
A fucking model in it, and it just looked like shit.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about for so long. I didn't want to do a wash because I was like, look, I spent all this time on this mini. It looks good. If I do a wash, I might ruin all the work I did. I don't want to screw it up. It looks decent.
Yeah.
But washes they really do help. It really is just worth slapping a wash on it. It muddies up your critter. It dirties it up. It makes it look a little more used and worn and torn and aged all at once and more realistic. Wash is the way to go. Bam! I did my wash. I guess I should take another picture so that you can see before and after the wash and what a wash does.
Yeah. And here's my paint tray after your one use. Too soon. Oh man, we missed something. Let's see. What is Wash? The guy with spear in his chest. Okay, that's a Serenity reference. That's pretty funny.
That is funny.
A dry brush wash just pick up the peaks. A wet wash gets into the deep crevices. Too soon. You've been booned, Vampire Bites, by Avenging Penguin.
I like that. That's a curveball I wasn't expecting.
It's pretty funny. But yeah.
With the wash.
You can definitely see a difference. Alright, let me get this going.
Wife says yes. Jahan says yes. That's what we were saying, is the bone and the teeth really make a big difference.
So here is before wash. Here is after wash. You can definitely see it on the spikes and whatnot. Here's without wash. It's just it's hard to, it is hard to see. Oh, there you can zoom. I can zoom in on this like really good. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. That came out all right, man.
Yeah, it picks up the pores better. So a wash penguin it's like a really liquidy. It's not really a paint. It's just like it's like an ink kind of.
So I think when you make your own wash at home, you use like 2 drops of whatever color
60-40.
and 60-40, and you use a little bit of dish soap. So yeah, it's worth, to me, it was worth buying these washes because I didn't want to screw up my model.
Too,
you know, I didn't want to put giant paint streaks on it. So it's a company I trusted. Jahan got the same paint box that I did. It's a ton of colors plus 4 washes. So I didn't have to pick if I wanted blue or red or whatever. I just got soft tone, dark tone, medium, and flesh. So it's a good way to practice with some really neutral washes, and I definitely recommend the Army Painter War Paints big old box set. It's got everything you need.
Yeah, it's got.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, you two, go spend money.
Yeah, right.
It's funny, when we were in that meeting the other day about 5th season with the Green Ronin people, during that meeting someone used our code and we got money out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck?
Do you think that every bit of that meeting will be recorded and televised? Do you think that Troy will cut some parts of it?
Bro, alright, so we can't talk too much about that.
Just asking.
No, I know. I know.
You think he'll cut any parts? Or you think he'll...
with, I
think he would cut some of it.
I think so too, man. Dude, that was... Alright, we can't talk about it. We'll talk about it after, because I want to talk about it. But yeah, dude, that was crazy.
That was crazy. I'm really happy this symbiote pate is starting to dry up now. And it is just like ooze, man. I should have waited a little bit to use it because I swear this thing has a texture now.
I think it looks
Oh
sick, dude.
boy.
Oh, you're saying it looks bad now?
No, it looks really good. Now it's
Okay,
got a
good.
real thick texture to it. It's real goopy.
Good.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, you outdid yourself with that Carnage thing, man. That's fucking good.
Thank you. Some of the lines are still too thick, but I'm still an amateur painter, so I'm happy with my work. And like I said earlier, I'll be happy whenever we're playing this board game and this boss miniature comes out. I'll be like, oh crap, it's the Carnage monster. So I think it'll hold a special place in my heart. You know, at least it has a name.
Yeah.
Now it's a thing. It's really cool.
Are there any more of that one?
I don't think there are any more of this particular model. No, there is another big dinosaur, but it's not this big dinosaur.
You should do the other dinosaur like Venom or something.
Oh, Venom. Of course I should do it like Venom. Man. I'm going to
an
have to do like
idea
the
guy,
dark...
dude. I'm not good at anything, but I have.
I'm going to have to do the dark blue version of Venom probably. That way I don't lose the model to a bunch of huge black, like, panels.
You can do that. You can do anti-Venom.
Oh, man. Anti-Venom.
Maybe you could look up some of the symbiote dragons.
What?
You don't know about symbiote dragons?
What?
You don't know about symbiote dragons?
No, I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're saying to me.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Man, that sounds awesome.
So, do you know about Null, the god of symbiotes?
I was going to say, isn't that a place? No, I don't know about the god of symbiotes.
Okay, so in one of the more recent, or the God Butcher kind of thing, but he might even use the same sword. I don't remember. I'm getting a little mixed up there, but he's the god of symbiotes. He created symbiotes or whatever, and he comes to Earth with like an army of symbiotic dragons.
Damn.
They're like gigantic, colossal symbiote dragons. I don't think there's dragons that are symbioted. I think that they are symbiotes.
They're just symbiotes that are, they're just in their natural shape, which is a dragon.
Yeah.
That's pretty gangster.
Yeah, dude, that's Null. He's new and he's dope, and I don't know, it's pretty cool. I don't know, Venom's really dope, man. I really want to read Kingdom Black. And then I really want to get back into Agent Venom. That was like the coolest run.
Yeah, I enjoyed what I read of Agent Venom, but also when I got a graphic novel, and once I got to the end of like the 5th story, I don't know if the writing had changed or what, but it was not as good by the end. So I felt like
so maybe.
I felt like I had read enough when I got to the end, honestly. But I like Agent Venom.
There's also a run of Venom where he's like dealing with like demons and shit, and that one looks cool.
I want more Midnight Suns story. Like, I want that to be a show.
What? Avenging Penguin got the first issue of when Carnage got his own comic book signed by the artist.
No way!
That's sick.
Oh, that's sick.
Sick, dude.
I guess that makes
is awesome.
That makes Avenging Penguin our in-house Carnage expert. How'd you like my Carnage dinosaur?
Yeah, how'd you like the Carnage dinosaur? It was sick to me, dude. I thought it was fucking cool.
As our in-house Carnage guy.
I've
always been a fan of the symbiotes. I had a black and white Venom T-shirt that I used to wear in junior high, like 2 or 3 times a week. You know, I was always wearing my Venom shirt. And finally, it just got bleach stained and started to peel or whatnot.
I had a Venom shirt. I didn't know at the time. Oh no, it was a Spider-Man. It was a Spider-Man shirt, I think, and it was done by Todd McFarlane.
Oh shit!
The Spawn
yeah.
guy, right? It was that Spider-Man cover, but I didn't know that at the time, right? I was at a bar wearing that shirt. This guy comes up to me and was like, "Do you know who drew that?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, I didn't think you." And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I got gate kept out of my shirt. Like, yeah, he was gatekeeping me. I was like, damn.
You went to the bathroom, took your shirt off, and flushed it down the toilet?
Yeah, dude, what the hell, man? I was just like chilling.
Anyways, you don't need to be a dickhead.
Yeah. I don't know. I can talk about comics all day, dude. I play a lot of Snap lately. My favorite deck, I think, is my Venom Carnage Destruction deck, and then I also really enjoy my discard deck, which has all the vampires in it. I realized the other day it has Blade,
Yeah.
Morpheus, and Dracula.
In Dracula, I have this. I have a very similar deck. Ghost Rider, Apocalypse, Swordmaster, Lady Sif.
Yeah.
But my deck that works more often is my Ultron deck, and it's also like an expanding deck.
I don't
So
have
it's
Ultron.
got Mr. Sinister, it's got the drone bug that turns into 3.
Brood.
It's got Brood, Ultron, Khazar,
Yeah.
Marvel, Squirrel Girl. Because he beat
Venom.
Oh, wait, Penguin meant Venom.
And they're posting a picture.
Oh, sick. How could you mix up Venom and Carnage? They're just the same character, different colors.
Oh, Rune hit us up in the voice chat while we were sharing. Interesting.
I saw that.
Let's see. Did you put it up yet? Oh, I guess you haven't put it up yet. We'll take a look at it whenever you do. That's really cool though that you have that. I have some physical comics.
There it is.
A lot. Oh, is it there? Oh,
Yeah, photo sharing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
That is cool. Sick, dog. That's probably worth some money, damn.
It will be.
Can't imagine it's not.
I don't think those Tom Hardy movies did him any favors.
No, definitely not. But yeah, so that was our painting episode. We're gonna do this probably the Friday after next again, unless we book it with. We do have some like books and stuff to review. I know Green Runner wants us to do content for 5th season.
Yes.
Which we're excited for. Uses the Age system, all about the Broken Earth trilogy. Go check, if you haven't signed up yet, go sign up on BackerKit for the to be like notified when the campaign goes live. Go do that, and then you'll automatically get the quick start when it releases on the 25th. So go check that out. They really want us telling people about that, so like check that out. We already have, me and Gary have like the early release quick start, which we can't share with anybody or anything, but we've got the privilege of looking at it, and we got to talk to the person who wrote it. Very nice person. It was our first time meeting them, and they were very nice, knowledgeable.
Is it Hiromi? Is that the name?
Hitori? Yeah, something. I forget the name. I don't want to butcher it.
I don't either, yeah.
But they were a very nice person, and I was very happy to meet them. We also met that other streamer. I forget his name, but he was... I followed him on Twitter. Merrick, right? Yeah, we follow... Yeah, Merrick's cool. And then it was just... Yeah, so check out that for sure. It's about the Broken Earth trilogy. A quick rundown of that. So it's called 5th season because there are 5 seasons instead of the 4 that we're used to. There is the normal spring, summer, fall, winter, but every now and again, not every year or every other year, but like it might be 500 years between 5th seasons. But sometimes seismic activity will cause vents in the earth to open or some catastrophe to happen that causes the world to shift into kind of an apocalypse world. But the people of the world rely on something called stone lore, which prepares them for these situations so they can actually survive the apocalypses until the world settles back down. And so they actually go through these multiple apocalyptic events. It's very interesting. It takes place in a place called the Stillness, and there are people called Origins that can control like seismic activity and like do all kinds of cool like magic. It's very original. Check it out. I also recommend the books. I've read 1.5 of them. I stopped in between, but not because of content. It was just I just fell out of my reading mode, which happens to me from time to time, and then I'll get back into it. Blah blah blah. But check it out. And then next Wednesday is our City of Mist.
Yeah, it is.
Session 0 with Mr. Kapow, Gary, Goblin Katie, myself, and Aaron Dippity-Doo. A nice full ensemble.
I'd like to remind everybody about our podcast, Fresh Out the Podcast. If you're into movies, video games, or streaming shows, check out Fresh Out the Podcast. It is available where all podcasts can be found. If you give us a rating on Spotify or Apple Music, they tell me that helps. So please follow, like, subscribe. See if your friends or family are interested in a new podcast and get them to like, follow, and subscribe. We've got like 70 episodes now, so it's like a real podcast. It's a real official thing. Otherwise, we'll be here Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays trying to make up some fresh content for you guys, whether we're painting or telling stories or just cracking jokes. We appreciate you guys being here and supporting us and spending your time with us. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks again.
Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy. Stay fresh.